the tourist who brought winter. He called himself a time tourist, wealthy enough, reckless enough, and obsessed enough to use technology banned by every sane nation. Fascination wasn't the grand halls of empires or the coronation of kings. No, he wanted the small moments, places forgotten by history. That was how he ended up standing inside Shang's Cineplex. Decades before its roof decayed, before its escalators rusted, before the vines clawed over broken glass. At first, it was pristine, bright, shining, the kind of mall where children laughed and couples argued over movie choices. He smiled, knowing he had found something comforting, a slice of a past too ordinary to survive memory. Then he blinked, and the roof was gone. A black sky leered down at him through a vast hole, the full moon spilling light across crumbling floors and burned-out stores. The air was thick with dust and ash. He wasn't supposed to be here, not yet. He fumbled with his wrist device, trying to correct the timeline. But then he saw them. Figures in the distance, silhouettes moving along the upper floors. They weren't scavengers, they weren't survivors. Their shapes were twisted, as though flesh had fused with shadows. Their heads twitching in unnatural arcs, and they were watching him. He stumbled backward, the escalator beneath his feet, groaning as if alive. But the figures didn't move closer, they didn't need to. He realized with a gut punch of terror, they were him, countless versions of him. Each one caught in a different fragment of time, wandering this mall, doomed to repeat the same moment of dread. He slammed the emergency return key, desperate to break free. His body burned, his vision folded in on itself, and then he was back. The Cineplex was whole again, bustling, alive. Families carried popcorn, neon lights glowed, music echoed from the food court. He laughed, trembling with relief, until he noticed the ash. Tiny flecks drifting from the skylight that hadn't been there a moment ago. The air was colder, too cold. He looked around, horrified, as people began to cough, their breaths fogging in sudden frost. Outside, through the pristine glass walls, snow fell thick and gray. Not snow, but ash. The nuclear winter had followed him back. And as his device flickered and died, he realized the truth. It hadn't been a vision of the future. It had been a warning, and he had carried it here himself.
They say time travel is impossible for a good reason. Sometimes history isn't meant to be touched. Sometimes the past is the lock holding back a door you don't ever want to open. Story